Hi, guys. Welcome back to Real Love, Real Life podcast. I'm your host, Jasmine.
And I'm Ernesto.
Why do I always do that?
What?
Like, as soon as I end the hi, guys, then I don't know what to say. But today we are talking all things relationships.
Hey.
I just feel like dating in 2025 can just be like a big mess.
Horrible.
From what I've been hearing.
Yeah,
Friends,
it's tough.
relatives that are like dating.
Statistics.
They're like, it's ghetto out here. Like, it's rough.
Tough.
And I'm so happy that I have you because I'm like, I don't have to date.
Yeah, I just look out in the world and be like, you hear stories, you're just like, yep, I'm glad I'm just going home to sleep.
Literally.
Get my back scratched and I'm going
like,
to
you know
sleep.
What? I'm so glad that I just already like know this man like to the fullest, and I love everything about him, and I don't have to like, I don't know, the whole talking stage and stuff just seems so...
It's played out. I don't know. It's tough now because social media has changed the dating game forever.
Yes.
Unless we go back to flip-up phones, they're just like, the availability is just, and it's like, especially guys now too, it's like, being a horn dog, man, you just go on your phone and go crazy, it's like...
See, that's what I think, that real love still exists. You just can't find it like while you're playing games,
Uh-huh.
And now that we have the phones and you have every single like social media app, and you could literally find whatever you want on the phone. Any type, like any size, any color, anything can be right there. So now it's like,
Yo, it's crazy. Like, our grandparents compared to now, like, you just met one chick and you're doing the whole 50, 75 years together,
Yeah.
And now it's like, man, you don't really hear about the 25-year anniversaries.
No.
50.
Oh, no.
Like, probably my grandparents. Yeah, I remember when they had their 50th anniversary, and that generation. Now it's just roommates.
Yep, my grandpa actually died like 3 days before
Their 50?
Their 50th anniversary.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. He didn't make it, but
the stress.
the stress. But you know what? I feel like a lot of people blame men. Like, oh, it's like the men, how you said, like, oh, they're horn dogs. They could just go on their phone and literally look for whatever they want. But I also feel like a lot of women are at fault too.
Yeah, it's like the security gate. There ain't no security gate. It's
just
open.
Yeah, so it's like my mom used to say, no dejan nada a la imaginación. Like, you guys don't leave anything to like imagination anymore. You guys literally just post it. Like, before a guy would have to work to
or
see
like
it,
talk on the phone with you all night.
Yeah, now you could just open the app and you see
or
it.
having to walk you home from school or something.
Yes.
And like, that's all that action you got was just walking in the heat and be like, all right, bye. And then you're just walking home like, dang, that was worth it.
And now you literally, like, you don't even have to ask. You don't even have to ask.
You're just like, hey, what's up? Let me slide. Okay.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You
So
just put 3 words, OMW, on my way.
On my way. Yeah, exactly.
ETA, 15 minutes.
Yeah. And I also feel like a lot of people don't want to commit. I don't know. It's like, I think some people might be like, oh, the world is hard like alone as it is. And to be like dragging on with like a whole nother person is a lot. But I posted about this on my social media, and like that we were going to do this episode about relationships.
Yeah.
So people started sending in their questions. I told them they could send in any questions, or like if they want any advice, anything like that. So I picked out like, I think the best ones. So we can jump right into those. Somebody said, is it wrong to expect 50-50? And before you say anything, I feel like I am so, how do I say it? When it comes to 50-50, I'm like, cut the show. Like, no.
Cut like the bills 50-50 or everything 50-50?
I mean,
like, you clean the dishes one day, I'll clean the dishes the next? Or
well, see, like, we could talk about both since they didn't, like, they weren't specific about it. I think when it comes to like finances and stuff, if you guys have to be 50-50, that's your roommate. That is
Pretty
not a
much.
relationship. And
Pretty
I'm not
much.
saying, oh, like, you know, have the guy like pay for it all, because there has been times that I've held it down. And like the first time that you took some time off work, it was like obviously like for like your mental health and stuff like that. And people could talk all they want, but it's like, hey, that's my partner and I want him to be good. So you were able to take some time off. I did everything like on my own. And then when I became a mom of 3, it was like, hey, then I needed some time and then you held it down. That is like what I mean that, how do I say it?
Like, that's not 50-50 for you?
That's not 50-50. It's literally whenever somebody needs it. Like, or, hey, the truck payment is like due this amount. Like, I don't have this amount. Like, hey, you don't even have to ask me. Like, here, you know?
Yeah.
And I just feel like there's couples that like, even, I know a couple.
Like they budget, like on the 15th, you're going to send me $350
I know a couple that makes copies of their grocery receipts. And then the other person has to like deposit like half if that person was the one that went to the grocery store, like she'll get home, she'll scan the receipt, put it on her phone, and then she'll send a picture of him, a picture of the receipt, and then he has to like send in the money.
Unboxing.
That's crazy. If you asked me for half of the grocery bill, I just leave the potatoes like on the table and be like, cook for yourself.
That's crazy work. What do the kids say nowadays? That's crazy work.
That's crazy work. Like that's literally a roommate. Hey, like you're gonna eat half of the potatoes. Give me the money.
Yeah,
I don't believe in 50-50.
That's crazy.
I just don't. I think.
But what if they're happy? You think a woman could truly be happy like that?
I don't think a woman can truly be happy like that. That's my opinion. I mean, if they wrote it on here, they want my opinion, and that's my opinion. I don't believe in 50-50. I think it's tacky. And
like basically you're saying if you're not going to commit, don't. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you're basically
50-50, you're kind of like tiptoeing around like,
yeah.
I might have an option or two, this guy.
I just don't like it. So, is it wrong to expect 50-50? Yeah. But what do you think?
50-50? I think a guy always has to be like, try to be, you know, lead wolf, you know, head of the pack. And obviously you're not always going to be perfect. So sometimes you need a good woman as a foundation to make you stronger. So it's like, yeah, I might have took time off work, but it's like, people see a minor setback, but they don't see the major comeback. Because as soon as I got back to work, 2 months later, we got our house because I filled out the credit application to buy a brand new home.
Yeah.
And the realtor lender, they're like, oh no, he has to be at the company this long. And it's like, homegirl, that union money's talk different.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I filled the application, 10 minutes later, they're calling me.
Yeah.
Hey, you're approved. Congrats.
Yeah.
And it's like, 2 months, what? Union money, what?
Yeah.
Because even when I told her the wage, she's like, wow, no, you're good. Like, go pick out whatever you want pretty much.
Yeah.
And we literally went into the mindset of like, we got to get the smallest house, which was the Leslie.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, this is fantastic. And by the time it was time to get a house, we got the Jollibee, which was the biggest one.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean? I might have took time off work, but look at the major comeback coming roaring back, steaming ahead.
Yeah.
And then it's like, even later on, still, you know, took time off work again. It's like, now I'm trying to shoot even higher. And it's like, I have, you know, luckily now a boss in my corner that he wants to see me become superintendent. He wants to see me retire there. Like, he sees stuff in me that I don't. And I feel like that's why I came back here, because I'm like, I've never had somebody other than like football coaches or my and your own dad, you always take them for granted, you know? So it's like, but also it's like, this guy can actually have moves in real life. I can make more money. And it's like, now it's like coming back to more bread. In August, we get a $3 raise. Like, So it's like, you as a man, you gotta hit it hard. Like every day, it sounds corny, but you have to hit it hard.
Yeah.
110%. Show up and show them what you're made out of, just like my dad taught me. And that's what I tell your brother. You know, we've been grinding these days, working tens in this heat and all that. And I'm like, hey, man, whatever you put in, you get out. But, like, you got to have that. I was like, that Kobe's been on my algorithm. So I'm like, you got to straight up have that Mamba mentality and show up and just outwork these guys. Like, yeah, you can be friends with them. But I was like, you got to show up, be the best, and make that bread, you know? So it's like, you know, that's going to benefit your relationship. You're going to start making that bread, and then now your girl's going to be happy. You're going to take her out to eat, maybe buy her a little thing or two. It's just going to, you know, it's like money it doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy freedom.
Oh,
If you're not financially free, it's a rat race. So it's like 50-50 to me is like kind of like you, is like, if you're not going to commit to each other and like really go all in, don't waste your time. If you're going to be 50-50, I guess. If that works, to each their own. At the end of the day, to each their own. If you're truly happy, do what you got to do. But man and women complement each other, you know? It's like,
I feel like that's why some people do the 50-50 is because they're like, why do I have to pay your groceries? Or why do I have to pay your part of the light bill, the light that you use? I just almost get that feeling like you're not committed, and I don't know.
I feel like those relationships too is like, why are you wasting your time doing that? That's not making money. Like, but what if it's like, you're, I don't know, trying to be more financially literate and you're reading books, and it's like, they're just, why are you wasting your time? Go work or get a side job.
So.
To each their own for me.
Yeah, to each their own. We don't like believe in 50-50. We don't like 50-50. We just literally what's mine is mine and what's his is mine.
Yeah, pretty
just
much.
Kidding. Okay, somebody says, how do I know if I'm settling or being realistic?
How do I know if I'm settling or being realistic?
How do I know if I'm settling or being realistic?
That just makes my brain turn off.
I felt like that made my brain hurt, so I was like, I'm going to leave that to Ernesto.
What?
How do I know if I'm settling or being realistic?
That just gave me a brain fart, so that tells you everything about that damn question. But to answer it, so basically the scenario, let's make a scenario of like, you're in a small town.
Okay.
Manufacturing is the biggest thing. Union, blue collar. It's like you went to high school. The guy was All-American. Mm-hmm. You know, he couldn't make it to the league, so he had to settle for the blue collar, which nothing wrong with that.
No.
So, yeah, it's comfortable living. So she's like, am I settling? Or maybe she may be attractive and, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, can she put herself out there and like maybe get a high quality, more quality guy, or stick to like the comfortable, you know, he's going to provide you with the X life, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you just have to be at peace. That's all life is, man. It don't matter. You can have a lot of money and still be miserable.
Literally, I was going to say like that question kind of like made my brain hurt. But at the end of the day, like you said, just as long as you're happy and you're at peace, because if you're not, that's literally going to eat you alive.
If he's a good dad, he works hard and he's literally trying his utmost hard to like give you the best possible life, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with like a more humble life, and you know, nothing has the flashy stuff is like a firecracker. It's just in the moment it blows up, but realistically behind the scenes, there's no happiness, there's no longevity. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's not organic. So if you're happy, you know, if he's a good dude, he's trying hard, man, there's nothing wrong with that. If he's not, you know, if he's making 60 G's a year and you're happy, that's all good. You're successful. That's all that matters. You're happy.
Yep. Okay, somebody says, why do men act different after they get you? Well,
think about it. Put it this way. When you're like, you haven't bought me roses, like, when have you seen a fisherman put more bait on the hook for a fish he already caught? No, just kidding. But it's because that's why I guess women have to make you wait, because like the the anticipation, you're building it up mentally, and it's like once you conquer it, it's like once you climb the top of the mountain,
Well,
like you get that dopamine rush, and then after it's like, all right.
no, well, I have to say, I've told you before, I feel like you treat me better now that, like, after kids, after all these years being together.
Yeah.
I actually feel like you treat me better now than when we were just like
Dating.
Yeah, dating. Like, I feel like now it's always like, and you know me like so well, like you know that I'm gonna like come out of the room and be like, I don't like this outfit. So you kind of like beat me to the punch. Like I come out of the room and you're like, wow, like you look so beautiful or stuff like that. Or
Yeah.
I feel like those were little things that you wouldn't do before, and
just a
now you do
douchebag?
it. Yeah, you were actually.
You're like, he's a tool. Not
And now, so I don't know. I guess not all guys are like that. I'm here to.
There's not a lot of guys that like obviously mature and reflect and obviously
Yeah.
be a better man, and obviously stuff changes when you're a father. That's what Renee's like. I can't. Your brother. It's funny because like I feel like I kind of see the young me and like you know the people that are younger than me that are going through the same steps that I was once in. So you try to put them on game, trying to be like I'm already like the old head and I'm 29 years old. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about the mentality. It's like, you know, I was young and dumb and I was living in the fast lane, and obviously you didn't appreciate you as much. And well, obviously now with kids and a family in the house, it's like, that's all we have at the end of the day. It's like my parents are getting old, family's just non-existent. Strangers have done more for us than our own family and friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy, but
Yeah, so I don't think that all men are like that. I think that, and you don't have to like already find a man that's all mature and, you know, ready to go, which that's great, right? But obviously when we met, you weren't mature. Yeah, but obviously like you had a job, you had your own car, things like that. But
Yeah.
like your mentality was very different. Like I said, now I feel like I get so much more like love and respect and things like that. So just to let you know, not all men are like that. And if you find the right one, you're going to get the one that even after years and years of being together, like he's still going to be right there trying to, you know, light it up.
yeah, it's like, why do you think the old generation are way more happier? Because they got that old classic, and then, you know, it might be 50 years old, but they're right there just cleaning the chrome, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, it might not start up like a new Hellcat or something, and you might have to,
The old Buick.
the old Buick start, you know, giving a little gas, and you're over there just turning it. No, I'm just kidding. You know, it's like, if you don't appreciate what you have, like, you know, it's, how do you get blessed with more too? It's like,
Yeah.
and you know, it's like men and women were made for each other. You know, they balance each other, and it's like,
Yeah.
if he's using you for the box, then hey, you gotta realize that. You know,
Yeah.
some guys are sneaky. They're cunning like a fox. You know, they just play the part. Probably talking to other chicks too, and it's like, I don't know. Obviously, a guy's gonna act a little bit different because he conquered. So, but other than that,
Yeah.
if he doesn't appreciate it, then
Yeah.
he's just using you. But
It's time to go.
I guess just be vigilant.
Yeah, use it to your own. Somebody says, how do I know if this is true love or if I'm just attached? I feel
Oh.
I can say that. So not a lot of people know, and it's probably, I guess I've never asked you if you feel comfortable with me talking about my past life. A lot of people don't know that I had like a past relationship. And it was basically the only thing that I knew. You know, I was with this man like since I was literally a kid, you can say. And it was literally the only thing I knew.
Yeah.
And when I grew up and I matured, I realized that I wasn't in love with him. I didn't love him. It was
Yeah.
the only thing I knew. It was
No.
almost like I was like brainwashed since I was like little.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything outside of that. So I thought that it was love, but it wasn't. I was like scared to walk away from it. I was I thought there was nothing else out there.
Like, this is the end all be all. This is.
Yeah. So finally, when I was, when I put my big girl pants on and I decided to basically like run away, and then that's when like, I like ran into you and stuff, and people thought that it was like really fast. Like everybody was like so mind blown. Like, dude, you just like left your 8-9 year relationship and it's been 5 months and like you're already seeing this guy. I just like, it was like I had never, as corny as it sounds, like I had never felt that before.
Yeah.
I had never felt like I like this person. I want to be with this person. That was the first time that I felt that with you.
Yeah. When
so
I slid through in the truck,
yeah. So, I feel like, at least for me, it took some time.
Yeah.
But when I knew, and I was like, I have to get out of here, like immediately, and that's when I left and literally like never turned back.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, I mean, really, like, just you're gonna know. You're gonna know. Like a lot of times, we just get so comfortable too.
Yeah, and it's like, especially once you start hooking up, like, you're just gonna be like bonded by that, not just like true relationship and meaning. Like, obviously, you transfer energy, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like, you gotta be, that's a slippery slope right there. And once you get comfortable with somebody, and it's like, kind of like the chick said, like, am I settling?
Yeah.
And it's like, they're not, each party's not even happy. They're just like, damn.
Yeah.
At work, like, damn, I gotta go home. I don't even really like this chick.
Yeah. You have to really like pay attention to those things. And
Put it this way. Funny, at work I heard like basically a dude said like, man, if the chick's hotter, like, I'm divorcing my girl. And I'm just like,
no way.
Damn, dog. Like,
And
I'm
what's
just like,
sad?
and I was like, that's the same kind of chick that wouldn't turn when you don't have nothing, or, you know what I mean? If you're pulling up in a little bucket, they're going to overlook you. But if you put up in the coupe, then they're like, hey, who's this guy? So it's like, that chick ain't for you, bro. She just looks better than, look better.
That's so sad, because it's going to come to the day where she's not going to be hot anymore. Like, all that, like, I don't, how do you say it in English? La belleza se acaba. Like, there comes a day that the beauty fades.
You get wrinkles.
And then what? And then what? Like,
that's why I said the old Cadillac, polishing that chrome, it's a 1957 Bel Air. And I was like, kept in the garage, still runs good. Polishing the chrome is, you got to take care of, a real blessing, and it's like a good woman. What does a good book say? A good woman is worth more than all the rubies in the world. So it's like, that's wealth. That's true wealth. You can build a family, build an empire, So you just got to really take care of what you have.
And to that guy that said that, just know that your wife would leave you too for a hotter man.
Yeah.
But somebody says, how do you and Ernesto keep the spark alive after you guys had kids, you both work, etc.? Well,
because I'm a dog.
Well, we use recording nights as like sometimes a little date night. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, like literally anything. Go to Chipotle after, like, grab something to eat. Even if you're eating in the car, like, take the time, spend a little bit of time without the screaming kids, the bajillion questions, because like, we love our kids, but they really know how to overstimulate the heck out of me. And guess who I take it out on?
Me. Guess who has to fix it? Me.
So, and when we go on dates, like, it feels so refreshing.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally like it's a first date all over again.
Yeah.
I can, like, genuinely, like, ask him, like, how was work and stuff without being cut off, without having to make a PB&J, like, in the middle of it. Wiping somebody, like, I love our kids, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And find some time with your spouse. where it's just the two of you.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
like
so healthy.
life is always about the fundamentals. So it's like the little things,
Yeah.
maybe holding hands,
Yeah.
wrap your hand around her, give her a little peck on the head, on the forehead, and um, still kind of like try to date her, just like, yeah, you conquered, you got her, you bagged her, but it's like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, treat her out,
Yeah.
don't still try to date her, buy her flowers, go out your way, take initiative.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, yeah, let's go to In-N-Out. Let's go through the drive-thru. Let's get some canes and go home. It's
Yeah,
like,
so
no,
like,
dude, take me to like a restaurant. Let's sit down.
or like when we were broke, obviously like we couldn't do bigger things like that. We literally just had to do something super simple or date night at home. But like recently, we went to Disneyland without the kids. And that's probably the best decision I've ever made in my life.
You had a good time?
I had a great time. And again, we go to Disneyland and we're just like, one kid wants to eat one thing, the other wants to eat something else. And then like you're standing in these long lines, it's hot. And it felt so good to be at Disneyland and not having to look after 3 kids and the big old backpack of snacks and like all of that. Like,
you got
it just
all the
felt
portable chargers on you. You got the solar one on your hanging off your backpack.
It felt so good for it to like just be us for once. And
I felt like a lot of people like were asking questions too about the Valentine's, what is it called?
The Sweetheart Night.
Sweetheart Night.
Yeah, it was a really good time. And I think that's really important. Like, just find the time. Again, maybe maybe you can't go to Disneyland right now, but you can go on a date.
Even a stroll to the park.
Yeah, without the kids.
Without the kids.
Please. But yeah, I feel like, we both work. We're very busy. I work all days. Like, sometimes you get home from work and I'm still working.
Yeah, literally. I get home from work and I just fall asleep.
You're exhausted. You have to find the time. Okay,
Yo.
So don't get too excited. We're going to go get something to eat after this.
Oh, yeah.
How do I rebuild the trust after he broke it? It's possible. You have to really want to, though.
Yeah, I'm not perfect, guys. I made plenty of mistakes, done some foolish stuff. But I think women truly know your intentions. And, a guy's greatest downfall is always lust in women. So as a guy, you got to be able to control that. But you got to be careful.
Yeah, but I feel like if you really want it, you can rebuild it. Obviously, you're not going to be like a dummy and, it's going to keep happening and happening. No, like the limits.
You're just looking on the GPS and it's sitting outside a random house.
Yeah. I think that it's possible if you really want it.
Yeah.
Talk about it. If he's willing to change and do different, then give the dude a chance again. And
yeah, if you see the same patterns, like, all right.
Yeah.
But if homie made a mistake and then he stops going out, he stops doing like going in the restroom for an hour.
And it takes some time. It takes some time to like rebuild. So don't think like, oh, I don't feel the trust there again. Like by tomorrow, I'm leaving.
She's over there.
It's not.
Anytime he leaves the house, she's over there bending the corner.
Yeah.
Like, remember that one time I told you? I got a phone call. Homie got the flat tire. Pulls up to Westgate parking lot. Got a flat tire there. And from the time I got the phone call and got there and we put that car on a jack, his baby mama pulled up. And like, with the kids and all, I look up. I'm literally on the floor working on it. And then I look up and I see their car, and I was like, oh, I was just thinking in my head, like, oh, she just pulled up and
Yeah.
Because I got here first, but then it's like, the next weekend when we're hanging out, he's like, yeah, she just pulled up randomly. And I'm like, damn, dog. Like,
she had him on a tracker.
From getting off of work to getting a flat tire, she was already like a response team. Like, damn, I need to be in that area code with that police response because she got there in a split second, and I'm just like, you know, if you got to do that stuff because you don't trust the guy,
Yeah.
man, God bless your soul, but
That's exhausting.
too much.
That's exhausting. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, oh, like I've never like wasted time like checking his phone. I used to be like that, and now I'm gonna be really honest. I don't. I can't remember. I remember last time I couldn't unlock your phone because I couldn't remember the password, and you're like, I haven't changed my passcode. It's been the same one, but it's been so long that I had forgot your passcode because I'm like, I don't feel like the need to. I just feel like that's like a really unhealthy life. Like her to literally like pull up. If you pulled up with kids and everything right when that happened, that means that you're just always like ready to go. Like you're already expecting it.
That's not even the worst part. He found recorders in his car.
No.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
that's
damn,
bad.
bro. It's like, that's doing too much, my
That's
G.
doing too
God
much.
bless your soul, but dang, I don't got that kind of energy,
No.
nor the time in the day.
I can say I've never been that crazy to like air tag you and voice recording and stuff. No. But you can rebuild. It takes time. Work it out. If the other person wants to work it out, it's possible.
If he
Not
wants to
with
change his
everybody.
ways.
Not with everybody, but I mean, we're still here, so I can tell you that it's possible. And yes, I do trust him. I don't check his phone anymore. Things like that. I truly, truly trust him. If like one day something were to come out, then like, oh well, that will be like your loss. But I trust again, and I feel like we both put in the work, so it can happen. How long? I feel like I know who sent this. How long is too long dating? When will he make a move? Girl, I can tell you that we moved in. I'm not saying this has to be for everybody. We moved in 5 months within like talking, like
That's
basically
crazy.
dating.
Yeah.
In 5 months, we were living together. I know some people be like, oh, that's red flags. Other people be like, oh, that's too fast. I'm just like, is it going to get done or is it going to get done? If not, like.
It was fast, and I feel like there is a lot of friction. So it might be, you got to gradually go into that. I feel like when you just move in with somebody that's completely different from you, it's going to be friction. You know what I mean? So obviously there are some, premature fights, but you're just learning to be with a whole nother human being.
Yeah. Which again, I'm not encouraging anybody to move in with a stranger within like 5 months, but
we also knew each other from school, middle school, so it's like
I knew you
our situation's kind of like a little different, I guess.
So
but dating?
I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you like exactly the months and all that to be, but I mean, it's been.
I mean, isn't there new things coming out? If you've been together 5 years, you're technically married.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if I were to be dating a man for like 6 months and there's no sign of anything, like I need to know more details. But I feel like if it's been like 5-6 months and, I'm not like officially like your girlfriend yet, or like we haven't like met each other's like people and stuff, like our circles, like you're kind of wasting my time. Yeah. You're wasting my time. If you're not trying to be my husband, get out of my husband's way.
Wow.
No, I'm serious. Simple. Like I just feel like people like are just wasting people's times nowadays. And I'm telling you, I feel like I know who sent this in, and I just feel like it's a waste of time. But I mean, to each their own, right? I would say 5-6 months. What about you?
Dating? I think you could just kind of tell. After a couple months, it's like you're either gonna. It's like poker. You're either gonna go all in or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing those little side bets. The side bets ain't working out.
Somebody says, should I wait for him to get it together or just walk away? What are you, his mother? I'm not waiting. Like, no, you don't.
That's tough.
Again, goes again to if you're not going to be my husband, get out of my husband's way. Like, you need to get it together.
If homie's just sitting around.
I don't know in what like way like she means it, but I mean, everybody like in here is an adult.
Yeah.
So
don't put up with nobody's shit.
No.
Like, know your worth, and it's like, if you're wasting my time, keep it pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Kick rocks.
So I don't think it's fair to you to wait for anybody to get it together. So somebody says, do you believe that you can date while healing? Absolutely. Absolutely, because I did it. I think when people say like, oh, you need to like completely heal and you need to completely find yourself and all that, which I'm not saying that that's wrong, but I'm not saying that you can't do it the other way either. I was completely broken. I was healing. I literally like, I didn't know who I was when we started talking. And I feel like you played a huge part into me like healing and all of that. And yeah, I guess it sucks that like, you had to kind of like put pieces together like into something that you didn't break. But I feel like that's what's also like made us closer and stuff. Yeah. So I do believe that you can date while healing and stuff. What if like you're healing and you're just so closed into like, your little circle that you completely like watch the love of your life walk by? Yeah. And you're just like ignoring him because you're like, I'm healing right now. I'm healing. But what if God sent him to heal you?
Yeah, exactly. You're asking for a sign and the sign's there. And you just
So I do think so. Is it wrong to have standards? I feel like that's why I'm single.
Well, I feel like there is a lot of dudes that just, they need to get it together. They need to do better. Like, do better, please. Like, and it's like, I feel like if guys are on point, then women are just gonna be on point. So it's like, I don't know. That's what like we at the end of the day, guys, we're like, man, the dating scene is so tough now. But men are just so weak now. We're in a weak civilization. Like the civilization right now, there's a lot of weak men, and like the saying goes, guys, weak men create hard times. Thankfully, our grandparents and parents were, hard chargers and all that, but hard workers create easy times. Those easy times are creating weak men, and these men ain't even up to par. And it's like, don't feel bad that you're like not, settling like another person said, but it's definitely a tough dating scene, but just stay patient, work on yourself, and the right person will come.
I think absolutely, like, you should have your standards.
Yeah, you have to.
I feel like a lot of guys now just want to be like the little passenger princess.
Guys don't even know how to change the tire.
Don't get me started on that because, like, I see so many guys now that just no changing tires, or the girls pumping the gas and they're sitting there in the passenger seat.
On the phone like this?
Yeah, leaning back, and the girl is like out there in 120-degree weather pumping the gas.
Dang.
Absolutely not. So it's okay, baby girl, to have your standards.
Yeah, you got to know your worth.
Yeah. Can marriage really survive an infidelity? This kind of goes with the one, like the building trust after broken. I think it can survive it if you both want it to. And if the other person is like actually willing to change. But I think also like what's really important is that you obviously like when, let's say if you're the one that gets cheated on, you kind of have to stop. Like if you want it to work out, you have to stop having like all these like trust issues and stuff. If not, it's something that you're just always like picking at.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing it for? Either
you do it to hurt yourself more.
Leave him completely. If you're not going to trust him anymore, if you're just always going to be on edge right there, with the tracker and all this stuff. So if that's going to be you, just leave him. Just leave him. You're never going to be at peace. But if you're like, you know what? I love this man, this marriage, like everything. I'm going to give it another shot. Lay it to rest and you know, like
Yeah.
basically like start again.
Pretty much. Yeah, just
I think that it's possible. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work from both, but it definitely can happen.
yeah.
And then the last one I actually thought was really funny because we know somebody that like this. What what are your thoughts on broke and booed up? Like
Broke
what
and
are our
Buddha.
thoughts basically on like someone that is broke but that wants to be all booed up, like, you know, have a boo. I think
It's kind of like what you tell the kids, like, Mom, I want a girlfriend. It's like, do you even have money to like take her out on a date? And they're like,
I
no.
literally told my 14-year-old son that. He was like, so a girl actually asked our son out
Wow.
and he said, my mom doesn't let me have a girlfriend. And she was like, why? Like, you know, everybody at school has their little like partner. And he's like, well, for one, like my mom is really jealous. Yes, I am. Stay away. And two, she said that I don't have money. I said, well, of course you don't have money. You don't work. You know what girls want? They want you to take them out. They want gifts. They want things like that. Like, I don't know. I don't see the point in being like broke and cuddled up. To me, that's like so icky.
Yeah, like work on yourself.
Like, you better get out there and get a job. Like, don't,
Yeah.
I don't know. I find that so like, you know who that didn't have a car and was over there trying to like start a whole like relationship, basically like marry the girl, all of that. Like, get a car.
Right.
He was over here like borrowing your work truck to like go see someone. I think is like so weird. So I don't know. I think you need to get a job, and you have other like you need to have other priorities.
Yeah, definitely. Like, obviously, if you don't have no bread, you can't do nothing.
And I'm not saying you have to be like, you know, already a millionaire. I'm not saying you have to have like a house and, you know, the best car. But you can't be like dead broke and trying to holler over here like at girls. I don't
Yeah,
think
that's tough.
I don't I feel like guys that do that, like, dude, you got your priorities all messed up. And that's why I'm like already telling the kids that. Like, no, you can't have a girlfriend. You don't have money. You don't have money. It's gonna be Valentine's Day and you're gonna be asking me like if I can let you borrow money to
What
buy
are
her
you trying
something.
to say? I did that. No, just kidding.
My brother actually did that too.
Yeah.
He would ask my mom for money to get his girlfriend's stuff. Um, well, I'm trying for the kids not to be like that. I think they need to have like a little like side hustle, things like that. You can't, you know. But I think that your boo that's trying to be all booed up needs to go get a job. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, so to like wrap it up, I just feel like the dating world is hard now, but it's not over. It's not completely over.
Still gotta have hope, guys.
Have hope.
Can't give up. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful world. You know, it's not perfect, but that's what makes life beautiful, guys. Just the progression, just things coming to fruition, you know, and just grinding through. You can't become gold if you don't go through the fire, you know. So if you guys can also go through the fire through each other, you're gonna be melted together, one in one pot, you know. So
I feel like if you're watching this and you're married and like you guys are going through a hard time, like don't give up.
stick it out.
You know, stick it out. Trust me, it's worth sticking it out over probably
Resetting.
obviously if you completely have to, you know, if it's not worth it. But I think you know, if you're with that person, it's definitely worth the shot.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And basically just date somebody who's going to accept you for you and be in your corner, you know, and no matter what, through the ups and downs, through the late nights. If the woman's not waiting for you when you get back, it's kind of like that guy that goes to war. It's like what he's coming back to, he's going to try to come back to his woman. So it's like, you know, if that takes 2 years, 10 years, whatever, it's like, You know what I mean? So definitely the dating world's tough now, but you know, at the end of the day, work on yourself, and I think they'll eventually come.
Yes.
But that pretty much wraps it up, guys.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Later, guys.